Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of the 8 Morning 92 podcast where we always keep it 100. You heard none of them sound effects, did you?
Nah. Hey, told y'all niggas I was gonna keep it street.
Oh, then how you coming, Glock?
Pause.
Okay.
It's the 8 Morning 92 podcast. You know how we do. We always keep it 100.
Yeah.
Yo. So meet me at the door and get your clothes folded. I said I don't like niggas no more, but I'm making songs about it. Is it for the niggas or the chicks that you are singing? I don't give a fuck cause it's a hit like this. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8192 podcast where we always keep it 100. And you know what we doing? We folding that bullshit and leaving that at the door. Shout out to that girl, Kaylani. Don't know if you with the niggas or with the niggas, but
She can come to my
banging the song of the way. Exactly. Hey. So meet me at the door. Yeah. Which one of y'all go home with Hoochie? Yeah. Welcome back, man. Mitch, how you hanging, man?
Man, I'm chilling, bro, man. Just another day above ground. Thankful, you know what I'm saying? What? What?
The fuck, bro? Why you have to go that route? Another day above ground? Just say I'm doing good, brother. God damn, bro. Hey. Let's shout out the third person of the show. I'm not talking about Banks. I'm talking about the Reaper, because obviously this nigga and Mitch obviously go hand in hand. All right, morbidity, mortality, everything. This nigga don't want to be. But man, how have you been other than fighting demons? Come on, Vaughn.
I'm cool, bro, man. I'm happy to be here, bro. Shit. Went to had a good weekend this past weekend, man. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, everything's cool.
You know. All right, R.I.P. Vince McMahon. Y'all say he's alive, but whatever the fuck that is coming out of his neck, pause, and whatever that is talking from his head, that is not the Vince McMahon I knew. That's no chance in hell that creature is Vince McMahon. I wanted to start the show off by that. I want to also start the show by saying tighten the fuck up, baby. You know what I'm saying? All oilered out. You know what I'm saying? I got my chest out because the best out. And if you want to, shoot, you can bring it out. So shout out to them boys in Tennessee. Shout out to Cam Ward. The Cam Ward era has officially gone through.
You mean the Titans that Cam Ward said was mid?
What's mid is how Anthony Richardson's finger went to the mid of his body when it turned that way.
He back on the field. We ain't worried.
Yeah, he is. He's watching. Other than that, Mitch, I'm gonna need you to do it's a time and place. Okay, we talking about teams, good teams. Okay, we talking about niggas who ain't out there getting hit because a dumbass line don't know how to call out a blitz in preseason. Okay, I just want you to know that Anthony Richardson said out of his own mouth, pause, that the NFL was easier than college. I don't know what hit harder. I don't know what hit worse. The nigga who hit Anthony Richardson or that bullshit track he put out.
I mean, he kind of right because shit, and this my squad, but shit, he kind of right. The NFL has been easier than the motherfucking college because he ain't been playing shit.
I got you. But let's talk about niggas we really care about. Shout out Cam Ward, #1 draft pick. I'm talking about you because ain't nobody talking about you. Music City, baby, over here. But also we had Shadeur Sanders, we had Jackson Dart, who had a really good game. We had a lot of the preseason rookies. T-Mac for the Carolina Panthers, who did real good. Abdul Carter, who did real good. And also Travis Hunter, fuck him, because he's on the Jaguars. But overall, a lot of speculation had been taken away from a lot of talk for the preseason have been to do with everything kind of but where the performances lies. When I say with Cam Ward, he's been the least talked about #1 draft pick we've ever seen in our lives. I can genuinely say that. And then we had Shadeur Sanders, who was drafted in the 5th round, set up to fail, but he still shined in his preseason debut. And I love the approach that Shadeur took because Shadeur just sat back there humbly as everybody tried to get him and said, well, my time is going to come. He was barely getting any snaps in preseason. I'm sorry, in training camp. And the luck of the Lord that everybody seemed to get hurt to where you had to start him. So you couldn't hide who he was for further any further. So I wanted to ask you, what was your overall impression of the actual two legitimate black quarterbacks that we care about talking about over this past preseason?
Man, I'm proud.
Remember, you got to keep it 100.
I'm proud of both of them cats, man. Like you said, Shadeur wasn't getting a lot of snaps in like training camp and everything like that, but he got under the lights and did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it was over the Carolina Panthers or whatever, and it's preseason, but the nigga did his thing. I didn't see Cam. Not even trying to bullshit you. I wasn't paying attention to Tennessee at all, and I saw highlights of the Cleveland game. But I feel like them cats did exactly what everybody thought they was gonna do. All the ones that actually give a fuck about them. I feel like they did everything that everybody thought they was gonna do, man. And I'm just looking forward to seeing their careers blossom. You feel me? So, I ain't got nothing bad to say about it for real. What about you?
I have to ask you, well, I said my piece on it. What do you feel like Shadeur did in regards to all the negative press that's been coming his way? How do you feel like his game and his post comments, how do you feel like those were after his debut?
I feel like, so in particular, I saw the one where he had talked to the reporter after his press conference and was just like, "Hey, you know, you ain't never had nothing good to say about me. You always interview me with like negative stuff, so that's why I didn't answer your questions or I didn't want to talk to you. You know, you only bring negativity to my interviews. You ask me negative stuff and everything like that, so that's why I don't really rock with you or whatever." I would have just, you know what I'm saying, shook his hand, told him have a nice day, and I wouldn't have had to explain myself to him. You know what I'm saying? I would have just said, "Hey, ask better questions or ask more positive questions," and then kept it moving. I wouldn't even stood there and talked to him for as long as he did. But I mean, that's who he is, though. He's handled all his adverse moments and all his best moments with grace and respect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm impressed with him. He's gonna be a great NFL player, man. A great quarterback. He's got the right mentors and the right leadership. You know what I'm saying, ahead of him. So I feel like Shadeur is gonna be good, man. I feel like he's gonna handle his career the best way possible. Like I said, I didn't really see too much of Cam Ward's games, but I ain't heard nothing bad about him. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really. I'm confident that both of these cats are gonna live up to all of hype.
Well, one thing that hasn't been living up to the hype is the way that niggas are not given the same type of treatment that women are given when there is some type of domestic dispute. We had Sha'Carri get arrested last week for basically trying to whoop her boyfriend's ass, and she took an apology for it, but just the widespread that came through of the attention that it got, it kind of passed and went. That we remember Jonathan Major lost every sponsor out there. And then another story came up of Halle Berry's ex-husband, saying she was a crazy one. Now I have a theory. I've had a theory on Halle for the longest. I've said this. The same with Jennifer Lopez. The finer you are, the more something's wrong with you. You don't go through that many niggas and just leave if you just that fine. Ben Affleck went back. Now, Ben Affleck, the only thing I saw him is this nigga got a habit of running that thing back to the old block. But Halle Berry, I could have told y'all something was wrong with her. Every movie she was doing had to do with her losing her kids. Hell, in John Wick, she couldn't even see her fucking child. So you don't take on roles unless you could really get into the character. And the fact that just like you know, what's her name? The nigga from Why Did I Get the Diary of a Mad Black Woman, he'll always be a criminal. I don't care. Even in BMF, the nigga was bad. I've never seen niggas like body roles and it not be something that just they take from their normal lives. Okay. So I just want to ask you, like, as a man, you know, do you feel safe in the world from the standpoint of not just what can happen to you, but just from the standpoint of that if this was reversed, that man's whole life would have been done. And when somebody says something about a man, the same effects aren't given or the same energy isn't given to a woman for being in the wrong.
First of all, shout out to Christian Coleman, man. Watching that video and watching how how much restraint he put into avoiding that girl when she was all over him. Boy, you better than me. Especially in the airport.
What would
But
you have done?
I wouldn't have did shit. I
You
wouldn't have
said
did nothing.
restraint, so I
Oh,
just
I, I
would you
wouldn't
have
have.
beat her?
I'm 6'4". That girl all of 5 foot nothing. I would have looked right past her, kept going to my flight. That's all I
Oh,
would have
okay.
done.
You said better than me, so I was just wondering what better than you meant. Do you
Hey,
whoop those tricks, Mitch? Do
I do.
you hit the quan on them hoes, but with your fist?
What?
Hit the
Anyway,
quan,
let me read
boom.
this. Let me read this apology, man. I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love from what I've experienced in my past. Due to past trauma and pain, I was blind and blocked off to not only receive it but give it. I love him, and to him I can't apologize enough. My apologize, my she meant to say my apologies should be just as loud as my actions, honestly louder. To Christian, I love you, and I'm so sorry. Bullshit, because I'm certain that
Man,
after you
sit your
got
dumb ass down.
after you got out, I'm sure y'all had. I'm sure y'all had another incident behind closed doors. Um, and I support Sha'Carri as an athlete, as a runner, as an inspiration to young black kids and everything like that. But man, hey, you know you toxic. Whatever was going on, and we seen the video that just came out from the body cam of the police officer. Whatever was going on, you finished that shit after y'all got behind closed doors. I I can't say that I can't say that it would have been I can't say that it would have been kind of different, like if it was him towards her, just because at the end of the day, these are two black athletes, and she has a bigger name than Christian Coleman. He's a sprinter just like she is, but I feel like had this been a white girl or somebody like that, or a white dude, then yeah, the hate would have been way louder. The hate would have been way louder. But since it's Sha'Carri, since small black girl, he whatever, even without knowing the whole story, whatever he did probably pushed her to that point. I'm sure she's getting all the grace in the world for this shit. Um,
But
but
as you as a man, as you as a black man, what do you feel like is the right way to go about situations if everything is a lose-lose? I mean, Johnny Depp, Jonathan Majors, who was getting beat up not too long ago, by some nigga. You remember?
no,
I can't remember who it was, but
probably
just
stay
the
away
work.
from violent topics.
I'm just asking, just does the apology, I guess the real question I says is the apology enough to suffice? Like, do you get that and be like, that's all I needed? Or do you feel like the same energy needs to be given?
You saying if I'm Christian or if I'm just in that
If
situation?
you're society, like for
Oh
society.
no, I feel like she really need to be checked. You know what I'm saying, by society. Like that apology wasn't enough. Because it was just like a day or two later that she issued the whole Instagram story apology and everything like that. It just wasn't enough. And based off of the evidence at that video, like you
Actually,
wasn't
I
trying.
get either. I get easier. You remember when Diddy knocked Cassie ass all the way around in the hotel room? And you remember how that was just a pitfall? What type of a nigga this is? And I'm not sitting up there saying like it wasn't other things that took Diddy down, but when they released that video of him knocking the shit out of Cassie, which well, possibly I didn't hear it. But when they
That
released that
was
video
crazy.
of him knocking the shit out, oh, he was a monster. He was all that. But
I,
on the flip side, when Solange was beating the fuck out of
I
Jay-Z
was
in the
gonna bring that
elevator,
up too. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Like nobody,
it was,
nobody
you see Beyonce just standing there. They knew Jay-Z was wrong.
yeah,
So
nobody got on her ass at all. Like Dog, and it's clear that you have some type of violent nature because this nigga was trying to avoid you and trying to walk away from you. You're clearly
Anytime Sha'Carri get into it, it's always some type of deep seated issue. Like when she got in trouble for smoking that weed, it was an issue then. It's when I think when she was late for the Olympics, it's just something like I think she's talking about her grandma died or something. It's just always something like it remind me of The Office when ever Kelly Kapoor got in trouble, and then as soon as she get in trouble, she'll go, "Oh, I was molested," and then Michael goes, "Kelly, you can't keep saying I'm molested every time that you get in trouble." Shows the difference of where TV is now, but I don't know. I just think it's just kind of extra between that Halle Berry.
He throw that trauma word around a lot.
I think people everybody throws a trauma word. I think people need to replace trauma with the word life. I just feel like in life, you was told as a kid life wasn't gonna be. I'm sorry, in your lifetime, you were especially probably told as a kid that life won't be easy. I don't get what happens when people face some type of setback or anything. It's just like not everything can be comforted. Not everything can be, made into a issue to where it will help you rise. Some things you got to fall on your ass for. And I think that there is this point because I was listening to I was talking to somebody and we were talking about just I think we were talking about marriage, something just in general. Like today's society isn't built like it was in the old days. It's easy to sit there and say what things were wrong back then, but it seems like all we do in 2025 and is just find things to complain about with no real solutions. Not everything always has to be talked about. I feel like there is an ongoing issue to where you could check somebody, but you can't be checked on what you do. Now, a lot of times when you do see something that I've noticed that because the way society is, men get a lot more harsher. I feel like it's very hard to bring the accountability and the equal share of blame on the women's side than it is men. I've noticed that a lot. I've noticed everything to where it's just crazy shit. What you can do as a man to a woman is always looked at as villainous. What a woman can do to you is always looked up as boss up, tell a nigga to get smarter and everything like that. And it's even from consequences. Go ahead.
It's always this how I was brought up, or this what I dealt with in my past. So you just kind of got to deal with it and learn how to handle me type shit. And that ain't okay. Like, don't nobody want to hear this how I always been. No, fix that shit when you get to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call you out on it and fix it. That's it. It ain't no I gotta handle this or I gotta deal with that. No, just you keep explaining about all your explanations are about the stuff that you dealt with in your past and trauma and everything like that. Well, go address that. You know what I'm saying? Go address it and work on it.
Yeah, let's shift it off to that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We still at that point to where, at this point, everybody wants to point the finger, but nobody wants to take the actions or the recourse to change. Let's shift to something funny. I want to ask your opinion on something. I was watching a podcast and they were talking about dates on the podcast, and there was a female giving her viewpoint on it, what she felt was like a good date, whether it was Texas Roadhouse or going to Longhorn. And so then, they brought up on the show, what's the appropriate amount to spend on a date for a good date? I'll tell you what the woman said, but I want to know for you, when you go on a date, what is your targeted amount that you feel like should be spent on a date?
That depends on the date. I'm gonna make sure we eat. I'm gonna make sure we have some time to talk. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the day. I'll cater a date to the person. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm gonna make sure we eat. Make sure we got something to entertain us or have some type of fun, and then I'm gonna make sure we have time to like sit and talk or go for a ride or something like that. So like if I'm trying to impress you, if I got it,
fuck. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's what he's trying to say. Fuck. That's what he's trying to say.
Hey, I can get it done without leaving the crib. But anyway, hey.
Pause.
How's that a pause?
I can get it done without leaving the crib. Go ahead.
I can fuck
Go
without
ahead.
taking you out. Yeah.
Man, no, the whole point of but you haven't fucked to this point. So you know that you're not gonna take her to fucking Red Robin and think that you about to get some cheeks, okay? Red Robin, no, fuck out of here. You getting red the fuck up out of there. I'm just asking you. So my question is, after you do all that, I guess I'll ask it like this, right? Is there a price limit in your mind that you feel that if I spend this much on you, I'm just automatically granted the cheeks?
Nah.
Is there a dollar minimum to where you like, I understand if we just end it and go about it? Or like, and when I say get the cheeks, I mean like if you take a girl out on a date and you take her on a date, but she don't like you, but still go on the date, is that fair or foul?
No. If the vibes is off, you ain't getting no cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah. So what's the minimum? So
or 50?
Mhm. So at that point, if let's just say I give you the scenario, you tell me if you agree with this or not. If you don't feel that you like me, but you knew before we're going to a place that we're going to, let's say Papados or Benihana's or whatever, and I spend like $150, should I get my money back, or should you be obligated to give me ass knowing that you did not care for me when we took it on this date? Or
Yeah.
if you spend $175 on a girl and she tell you she's not interested, or she don't let you fuck,
then cool.
are you going to be upset? No. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. If you spend $175, are you going to feel away?
I'm gonna feel away, but I'm not gonna feel away because I didn't fuck. I'm just gonna feel away like you shouldn't have came out with me.
Okay, so what is your target what is your target number for where you're cool either way with a date?
I'm not trying to take nobody out the fuck, but
fuck what he talking about. Okay, I'll answer for you because he's gonna try to be cool with it. You have a $50 limit to where your body is your body. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna say this to you now. I either know that you like me or you giving them draws to compensate for anything over $75. Okay, whether it's them draws or that mouth, you have a $50 limit to where I can understand if you just think we need to be friends. Anything over $50. Oh, and if you think you're gonna start buying drinks and extra appetizers on my dime, get ready to give me a round of applause with the ass cheeks. But you have a $50 limit to what I feel like is, you know what? I understand we just didn't mix. But you damn sure know when you ordered that calamari and you ordered that Wagyu bitch that you was not about to be fucking with me or any type of way. I will refuse to ever be a simp. So I ask you,
cover your dinner,
nigga, what the fuck you think I'm going to? I'm not going to fucking Roof Chris.
Said Papados, Benihana's type shit.
I said if you go to Benihana's and Papados and you don't get anything out of that, are you going to feel away? Are you going to want to keep talking to the motherfucker?
I'm not gonna feel away, but I'm not gonna keep talking to you. Like I said, if the vibes is off, I ain't.
How much did you spend for you not to say I'm not gonna? If you spend $200 at Benihana's and she just sit there and say, or you just get a hug, at least a kiss. A kiss is $200. I'm not sitting up there saying I'm paying for it, but goddamn, a $200.
I was gonna say like, all right, $200 is enough to like. That's a make or break. Like, just off dinner alone, that's a make or break. Like, but I'm not gonna be mad that I ain't getting no ass. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take note of. All right, yeah, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I just spent that bread that I would have spent on myself anyway, but I can spend that on myself and not have you here messing up my fucking vibe or giving me attitude or no shit like that, or just making it a bad day. So yeah, like 150 to 200, that's enough.
What for what?
Nigga, because I'm not just taking you out to eat on the date. Like I'm like I said, we going to eat, we going to kick it, drink or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I want every woman to take note and rob this simple ass nigga. Okay, I want y'all to do whatever you can. I want y'all to know that the nigga's windshield does not work. Okay, whatever you need to do. If you want the combination to get into this nigga's house, because obviously tricking is not only for treat and October 31st. This nigga here said $150
as a whole night. Nah, I'm saying total, bro. Like spent on both of us, not just you. But anyway,
you know the whole point of you going out to eat is for her. You already know what you got to do.
Don't take this nigga's advice and try to come rob me. You're not gonna like what you find.
What you gonna do? Hit him? You gonna beat me in front of her child? You gonna beat her in front of her child, Snoop? You gonna hit Yvette? I'm
gonna defend myself.
So y'all hear this, ladies. Obviously, he's gonna beat the shit out you. If
I ain't gonna put my hands on you at all.
But that's only if you exceed the $200 limit. If you under 200, you ain't getting your ass whooped by Mitch. All right.
This nigga spit
You said what?
I said you spin a narrative like cotton candy. Boy, I'll tell you.
Hey, boy, I'm just sitting there saying I just had to ask because you'll just sit there and give an answer knowing that that's not the real you, okay? And when you do this, I'll be sitting up there knowing you. I know you, okay? I know you. So to sit there and tell me, first off, we not rappers. $150 is a lot, okay? So to sit there and say I'm going to take anybody on $150, I ain't talking about because you live in DC or Maryland or Baltimore, wherever you live at.
It costs $150 to go outside for 3 hours.
What the fuck is you going? This costs $150. I just was outside 2 hours ago for free. It's been a dime. It's beside the point. I was still outside.
I'm saying to go out and kick it, it's gonna cost that. Like, nigga, how much would it cost if me and you went out? Like when we was living in the same place and we went out and kicked it? How much?
How much would it cost me?
If we went
$20, I'm gonna use military discount. If we went where?
I said if we went and ate and then went out and kicked it.
Pause.
Okay. We hanging out, but I'm just saying, how much would it cost me? I'm going for the cheapest route, so maybe $30. Maybe.
Right.
If it gets to that much. How much about you, huh?
All right, bro.
I'm asking how much.
I'm with you, so it's gonna cost the same, right?
I'm saying we going to McDonald's. I've never gone. I feel like this. I've never gone out and hung with my homeboys, and these niggas think that I'm about to go somewhere fancy. Nigga, if you want to go to Santa Maria's, you can. I ain't gonna give me a junior bacon cheeseburger. It's already high fast food as it is. So I'm trying to figure out how much you think that I'm gonna spend with my niggas. I ain't paying them for. I'm going to be cheap. I don't have any obligations.
But that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna take your no chick that you trying to take out on a date to no Wendy's or nothing cheap like that. You're gonna take her out to somewhere where both of y'all can sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just give you gang what I'm gonna do. Okay. You're going to go to the park for free. You're going to go bowling where I get a military discount. You're going to go to the movies where I'm going to buy 2 kids tickets. So at this point, let's just say I did all 3 of these. Okay. The park was free. Bowling, if I go at a certain time, is $3.75 a game. We play 2. That is what's that? $8, $7? No, it's $7.25, $7.50. Hold on. Then we're going to 2 children's tickets, which is $10. So right there, I've spent $27.50 at 3 activities.
Ain't buying no popcorn and snacks.
We're here to watch a movie, okay? We're not here to snack.
Hey, y'all hear this nigga? Do y'all hear
so this? I'm saying to you, if I'm giving you a budget, now you give me your Disney World dating experience. I want everybody, and I'm gonna give you your solo. I want you to tell everybody what it's like going on a date with Kendall LaShawn Mitchell.
First of all, that ain't my fucking middle name.
Well, if you want to sit there and tell everybody your real government, go ahead for you then, bozo.
You said niggas my government. Snitch? No.
Your first.
But no, I ain't giving my business away like that, man. But no, I fuck with going to the movies. I fuck with going bowling, and like I said, I'm gonna make sure we get something to eat. whether it be, a small local spot that I like, or you know what I'm saying, somewhere where I've been wanting to try out the food. Uh, food. I said the number I said because like when it comes to eating, I don't really pay attention to how much, what I'm saying, the food costs. Like, because if I'm going out knowing that I'm gonna spend money, I'm gonna have a set amount that I'm prepared to spend, whether it be for myself or for me and a date. So yeah, it could be something simple. Like, it just depends on the person that you're taking out on a date. It could be something simple, or it could be something grandiose. Like, I don't know, but I'm not taking a motherfucker out on a date that I feel like is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, a bitch or a bad date or nothing like that, or acting like stuck up, or I'm a know that, you know what I'm saying, 10 minutes into the date. Like, all right, cool. This will be the last time I ever do it. But I'm not looking for I'm not expecting no cheats the first date. You know what I'm saying? If
What
it
was the
happens,
amount? No, what was the amount? We said it. I said under $50. I'm not expecting shit. What are you spending? You done did everything. You done try to be smooth fucking criminal. You're not getting no hoes from this podcast. I just want you to know that they nobody. We ain't no type of status. We ain't no type of status to where you got to worry about getting some ass from this podcast. Just tell the niggerly truth. I want you to talk like how you do when I'm not recording. So just tell it. So what is your draw sniffing price?
The draw sniffing price. If I got to just throw a number out there, I'm gonna say 250.
I know y'all can see my expression. 250.
I'm saying if I spend 250, then yeah,
Man, let's move on. All right, look, I gotta ask you a question. Obviously, we're talking about delusional. Since we're on delusional topics, let me hit this man. So speaking of Martin, Ari Lennox made some comments last week that we didn't speak on them, but obviously, thankfully, she decided not to let the fuck up. Ari Lennox said when she watched Martin that she saw them, basically the jokes that were Pam, she felt triggered because she was a brown-skinned woman and felt that the jokes always put some type of trauma on her for it. Well, Ari decided to say, fuck what y'all talking about when she faced criticism on and double down. And not only did she decide to go harder, pause with her point, she decided to go blacker. If Pam wasn't dark enough, she decided to comment on one of the darkest comedians that you will ever see. So she decided to bring in a great rest his soul. Let's hear what she had to say. It's very quick.
To talk, y'all. And I like to think. Hell, I just watched the Bernie Mac stand up a few years back, and I understand why he is a legend that he is, but I also couldn't help but to feel uncomfortable about some of his jokes too.
Obviously, I've seen the common denominator. Take your unfunny ass off the TV and go watch soap operas. I wanted to ask you, as a black ass nigga, did you feel any type of attacks from Martin towards you, being somebody, because you don't have a shirt on either today, but as somebody from a darker skin, did you feel any type of way when Martin was talking about Pam?
No, this shit was funny as fuck.
Did you feel any type of way when Bernie Mac said it?
You said, did I feel any type of way when Bernie said it?
Yes.
Bernie's my favorite comedian of all time. Absolutely not.
Okay. So as somebody who disappears when the lights go out, I just wanted to know, like, just from you, what do you feel about this whole generation of people that tries to go? Because this is my thing with it. I feel like, I'll get my point out first. I feel like that if you're going to sit back and nitpick something from a whole different generation, you're going to find problems. That's why we are improved society, because we're not doing things like we used to. At a certain point, at one point in your life, you used to piss the bed. As you gotten older, you see that you don't pee the bed anymore, as you should not, hope not, because you've grown up and see that the things that you were doing as an infant isn't going to be anything productive to you as an adult. In the 90s, it was a whole different culture. You could tell from the clothes, you can tell from what was going on. In the 80s, it was drugs. Bill Cosby was passing around pills like it was Tic Tacs. So as you can see, as you get older or see things at what they were, you were just doing what you were doing in the time. So to sit there and have somebody criticize or constantly find people that go back and even look at certain things as young as The Office and try to sit there and find problematic stuff. I'm so tired of this problematic generation. Niggas always want to sit back there and finger point. Bitch, In the 90s, it was a simpler time. Moesha had the worst fucking father of all time, but we still was love in the morning, noon and it's calling, it's me. Frank Mitchell was so shitty. It's me. I'm gonna tell you how shitty Frank Mitchell was. Frank Mitchell was called Moesha basically a hoe every episode that she got with. Had the nerve to tell her what was a respectable woman, and then had his whole nephew, which was his son, living with him. Then the moment that he could to be a good father, when Dorian got arrested for stealing that car, he sent him to military school. Not only is that, the nigga never knew where his kids was because his son been kidnapped since the show ended, and we don't know where Miles is at. That was the 90s.
Hey, and Moesha was the root of all our fucking problems anyway.
Moesha was the problem, okay? If you go back out there and look at Fresh Prince wasn't a comedy. That's why I can't stand the drama. I mean, Fresh Prince was a comedy. The nigga was in West Philadelphia, ran from some gang members, went to a rich family. Family matters. Steve Urkel got shitted on every fucking episode by Laura. The only time Laura cared for him was when, one, she ran out of fucking options. Stefan went to become a model, and Myra died. She didn't want him at all. Steve Urkel like a fucking fool. Then nigga get a little money, and then she want him. It was all rooted in dumb shit. But also, Martin joked on everybody. So the problem of it is that was the 90s. It was about jokes. We don't need all these traumatic experiences, problematic shit.
It's a fucking comedy show.
Exactly. It's all comedy. So what is the fucking deal? I want to ask you your opinion. What do you feel about her comments, and what do you feel about this whole generation that goes back 10 to 20 years? Because you want to reboot everything, but you always picking out problems. What is your take on the Ari one, and what is your take on that generation of people who are only out to sit there and point out problems?
My take on both of them is the same. Everybody want to be mad about something. Shut the fuck up. You said it way nicer than I could. Shut the fuck up. The shit was meant to make you laugh, and if it didn't make you laugh, go sit your ass in the corner and cry and watch motherfucking Touched by an Angel or some shit. That shit back on Netflix. Go watch motherfucking Seventh Heaven or Dawson's Creek or some bullshit like that. Like, shut the fuck up. The shit was meant to make you laugh. The shit was meant to make you laugh. And it made motherfuckers laugh. He didn't only joke on Pam. He joked on his own fucking woman. He joked on all of his best friends. He joked on the motherfuckers that he ran into at Nipsey's. He joked on the motherfuckers that he ran into at the motherfucking DMV, and the motherfuckers at the DMV gave him some shit back. Remember the episode the nigga called him Almondy? What else? Yeah, shut the fuck up.
You can run, Almondy.
Okay, Almond. I'm gonna see you again. You so Almondy, but no, like just. The shit was meant to make you laugh. And if you don't feel like laughing, go watch some shit that'll make you sad and cry. Like, misery really loves company. And these motherfuckers out here are miserable as fuck. I don't get that shit. Like, this shit was created to bring you out of that misery. And it's clear that it's doing something because the shit is on the big streaming platforms now. It's on Netflix, it's on motherfucking Max, Hulu, all that shit. Martin is everywhere, and it's never going anywhere. It's never going anywhere. So we don't give a fuck how you feel about how he was talking about Pam, because that was some of the greatest comedic material ever. Like, just shut the fuck up, Ari Lennox. And it's just annoying because motherfuckers fuck with you as like a singer, but every time you open your mouth and you not singing, you saying some wild, dumbass shit. Shut the fuck up. Please. I'm sorry.
Well, ladies, as you can see, my temperamatic my homeboy, aka my co-host, he's feeling a lot more aggressive.
She shouldn't have said shit about Bernie Mac, bro. I'd have let the Martin shit rock. She shouldn't have said shit about Bernie Mac. I'm sorry.
Sit your dumb ass down.
You are. Sit your dumb ass down. I just feel like I said, it's just all stupid. I don't feel any type of sympathy for you for what you're getting. If you're getting dragged to hell,
when are you supposed to stay off the fucking internet?
Yeah, we still ain't figure out what happened to the Dreamville shit, but somehow exactly. But somehow, hey, you feel like you got something to say. Exactly. Get in the booth and rap the fuck out of here. So yeah, like I said, that's just my issue. I'm tired of it. I don't feel like hearing anything else about it. Last one. Want to ask you, what was your take about Michael Porter Jr. snitching since? This is what I want to ask you. As a nigga who prides himself on not snitching, I wanted to ask you for Michael Porter Jr., your take on Michael Porter Jr.'s comment. So here's a comment right here. So the reason why this is so important is because anybody knows Mitch, they know that Mitch wouldn't even snitch on the guys who took his child. Mitch has a big no snitching policy because of a family member that had to go to jail for it. Blah, 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 blah. Mitch is not telling on nobody. So the fact that, you know, this is important because not even family was spared in this snitch session. So I wanted you to hear it.
Because everybody has different things that they struggle with. That can go from people that struggle with alcohol, people that struggle with drugs. You know, my brother, for example, struggled with gambling. My vice has always come in the form of women. And when I'm far from God, that seems to be the place that the devil gets me, is in the space of women. Women has always been my vice, right? God kind of gives you what you're prepared to handle. And so far in my life, like a good woman, like I don't think I'm ready to handle that because I'm all over the place. Sometimes I'm good and sometimes I'm not, you know what I mean? And my brother, Jonte, he never seemed to struggle with that vice, you know. I never struggled with the gambling addiction. I never struggled with that vice. God gave me a lot of money because maybe he figured I could handle it and not, you know, lose myself in that area. And maybe Jonte, he wasn't blessed with tons of money because he struggled with that area of the idolization of money, you know. I have not been blessed with a wife because maybe I am not prepared to handle that because of my struggles.
I just want this to be said, okay? First and foremost, something is about to come out into the paper about Michael Porter Jr. because the only reason that you do some shit like this is because you're about to go on trial for something. Somebody's about to put in a report that you out here fucking around. You could have made this video specifically. First off, the video should have been, I'm addicted to these hoes. I'm addicted to ass cheeks. I'm addicted to money, fast cars, and hoes. Okay. Cars, clothes, and hoes. This video did not have anything to do with this money. You basically sat there and said that your brother, he ain't getting no pussy. Okay. What you call it? Your problem is I can't find a good woman because I got too much of it. It's just too much ass and titties out here. My brother said my vice was God couldn't give me one woman because I need all the asses. At no point did his gambling addiction, God gave me a bunch of money so I didn't have to gamble, but that nigga was broke. So this nigga was in the NBA, broke with no hoes, and he obviously God put something in his life that he wasn't gonna be able to handle, which was a lot of money. So this nigga broke as fuck. This nigga got a gambling addiction and he ain't got no hoes. You on the other hand saying, oh my God, shoot, some days I be wilding out. Some days I'm content with being with just 3 people. You went on this one way to sit there and try to make yourself look. Michael Porter Jr. got to be the top 5 most athletically dumb niggas I've ever seen in my life. He just put a video out saying if all his homies bet the under on a game for 10,000, why wouldn't he help his homies out by acting like he hurt? Like, nigga, why are you talking on wire? You was also the nigga that was like all like Blue Lives Matter or anything like that. So I've never really had like a genuine favorable impression of Michael Porter Jr. But from a nigga who doesn't snitch to save his own kids, that's dedication, y'all. To a nigga that snitched on his whole family and just basically said, I can't leave the hoes alone. How did you feel about his confession?
Nigga, talk about yourself. Leave everybody else out of this shit, bro. Like, you ain't have to. That's embarrassing. And this nigga will never make another parlay of mine again. Niggas, what? Like, why was that? I don't even know what the context of his questioning was, but why does you not being able to stop fucking with hoes have anything to do with your brother's gambling and a whole open and shut case that he's going through? Why you got to bring up your brother not being good with money? Why you got to bring up you know what I'm saying, your other siblings' marriages, and like, bro, just shut the fuck up sometimes. I think that's the theme of my attitude today. Just shut the fuck up sometimes. Just shut up.
I just couldn't get on here. I just couldn't get on here broadcasting to all my women to let them know that they aren't the only woman on here and then think that that was going to be intelligent. I couldn't sit there and say to all the women that I mess with that I'm cheating on you and sit there and think that it was going to go over well. I don't see where he felt that. I don't know if this was supposed to be a repent. I don't know what it is. I haven't been to church like regularly in a long time. We're not going to say the length doesn't matter, pause. But I just don't think that that is how you ask for forgiveness. But that seems like some bullshit to where a nigga say, shoot, you know how I am. I'm just doing me.
And it's kind of like he trying to get some sympathy, Coochie, because at the same time, like, you throwing in your faith and everything like that. Like, this is the most poor example of like using your faith to explain your behavior and everything like that, because you're saying God didn't bless you with one good woman or something like that, and you're on the other side of that, you're saying I can't just mess with one woman or women that been my vice. That's why God ain't gave you that, nigga. This is for you to work on. What? Like, stop. He basically
mixed kids feel like they can just say whatever the fuck they want to and not make any sense at all.
That was James Harrison that said that.
Yes, I said that. Mixed kids act like they can say whatever they want to and just blame the other side to where it don't make sense. All right. If you say something dumb as a mixed kid, you just gonna blame the white half of you and then try to keep it real. Michael Porter Jr., your hair doesn't even afro up frizzly. It looks like Sean from Boy Meets World. The Mitch beard look better than yours. So all I'm saying is, like, y'all just can't come out here and say dumb shit and then keep saying the N-word. No, when you say dumb shit and have a dumb rationale, we're gonna pick the side for you. Michael Porter Jr., take your milk of magnesia ass back over. I'm assuming it's your mom's. Back over to your mom's side. You take them same people that make ice cream ballots and bowls in the toilet, and then you also take them people that sit there and make Kraft mac and cheese in the oven and act like it's a Southern fried mac and cheese. You take that with that police lives matter shit. You take that wire tapping ass shit that you want to do, and you sitting over there
going to the store and making the ice cream and putting it back in the freezer.
You know why? This is the type of shit. This is why I can't respect Patrick Mahomes, for other reasons, of course. When you ask your white wife, what was your favorite food? Fried chicken, fried pork chop, chicken fried steak, and your favorite food was Mexican. You let that dumb shit at that point, the nigga in you, Patrick, should have came out. But it didn't. That is why your milk of magnesia ass got your ass whooped by a real nigga in the Super Bowl, okay? We finally had a black quarterback win the Super Bowl, and I'm not counting that Arnold Palmer milk and creamer ass nigga as one of the ones, okay? Just because you get your hair cut nice, I don't fuck with you, okay?
That haircut is trash.
Michael Porter Jr., your brother needs to whoop your ass. But not only talking about this game, what if you just walked out of gambling rehab and the first thing that you say is a nigga talk about you ain't had no hoes or money and you was an NBA player? You got to go gamble again. Bet you I won't whoop his ass. Now you back where you started.
Right.
I don't know. Mitch, wrap it and let's go.
Yeah, nigga. Shut the fuck up talking about my business. Stay out of keep everybody out of our business, bro. Talk about you and your hoes. Fuck up your own situation and everything like that, but keep my name out your mouth, bro. I don't know if that's big brother or little brother. Keep my name out your mouth. Other than that, yeah, everybody just need to stay off these motherfucking microphones talking that dumb shit, bro.
A microphone, an internet connection has been some of you niggas' worst vice. That's your worst vice. Fuck women, nigga. The phone, social media, and podcasts have been you niggas' worst advice.
He was like, money ain't the root of all evil now. Attention is. Like, that's all you motherfuckers want is attention. And y'all doing the worst shit with it ever, bro. Like, well, shut the fuck up. Like, that Michael Porter Jr. is the motherfucker that they could have told to shut up and dribble. I'ma say it.
Again, take this milk of magnesia nigga back over there with his Blue Lives Matter ass, and we gonna be good. Other than that, man, this has been another episode of 8192 podcast. Obviously, you niggas need way more than 100 to be kept with y'all. Some of you niggas need fathers. Some of you niggas need an ass whooping. Some niggas need to get shot. I just feel like I'm just gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? But whatever you do, make sure you subscribe to the 8192 podcast, where we always kept it 100 with you, and we didn't hold back. I love all my black women. I love my black queen. I love everything that comes through with all of it. I love my black people. You half niggas. We're not gonna do that. Ari, you are a beautiful brown woman. Stay the fuck off your phone. Stay the fuck off comedy. Leave the 90s alone, because that's what we love it. We're gonna holler at y'all later. Peace. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of the 8192 podcast, where we always keep it 100. You heard none of them sound effects, did you?
Nah. Hey, told y'all niggas I was gonna keep it street.
Oh, then how you coming, Glock?
Pause.
Okay.
It's the 8192 podcast. You know how we do. We always keep it 100.
Yeah.